most notorious serial killers is a woman. Well, they're all women, I'll tell you that now. There are no serial killers, there's just women pretending to be men, giving men a bad name. Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger. Edit. 4 minutes, that was fast. Right, okay. Charles Manson, closer eyes. So, when I became a transvestigator, and I started looking at serial killers and realised all the serial killers were fake as well, it was just like another punch in the face. Like, you believe everything they say, everything you've ever read and listened to on television or wherever it is, you've believed it without questioning any of it. Charles Manson is not who they say he is. There are people out there that'll tell you that Charles Manson is George W. Bush. Oh, Marlo, will you stop farting underneath my feet? Charles Manson, that stinks, son. Charles Manson is George Bush. I think it's a Dallas Goldbug bollocks thing. George Bush. See if it comes up. Beardy Man presents George W. Bush versus Charles Manson. So this is one of the channels, Beardy Man, I guess, that does these videos. It's absolute cackiest, sackiest. Is that his production? How are they even the same? They're not even got the same face. There it is. I told you it's Dallas Goldbug. As soon as you see this red writing on the pictures, it's Dallas Goldshite. That's what it is. So what they do is they take a female skull, Charles Manson's female skull, and they put it on another female skull, George Bush's female skull, and when you blend the two faces together, they match because you're blending two skulls that are the same. That's what you're doing. It's bollocks. The world is full of liars and deceivers, and if you just take someone's word for it without evidence, then that's your fault, right? There are many things that I took without evidence. For example, clouds behind the sun. It knows what we're looking for. Either one, sun or moon, look, you can find clouds behind them both. Images. Right, now, the problem with this is that flat earth balloon. Do you know what, right? I showed a picture pretty similar to this one. I think it might be that one. No, there it is. That's the one. And the person I was showing it to, Jason, earlier on, said that's not real. That's not real. No, mate. That's not real. That's fake. This bollocks here. That's fake. Actually, that might be real because it looks pretty flat. Doesn't it? It does look pretty flat. That one's fake. There you go. Here's a fakey one. We'd have added the curvature. But this one is not fake. It came off a balloon. I've watched dozens of these balloon footage. When I was a flat earther, I watched all the ones that they first sent up. Remember when Globebusters wanted sponsoring for sending a balloon up? I wonder how much money Jared and Bob Noodle got out of the flat earthers for sending a balloon up when there were amateurs doing it for free. Right here, they were doing it for free. There are no stars in space. You understand? Anybody telling you that stars exist in space are bearing false witness. There are no stars in space. If I could get high enough in this balloon above the sun might disappear as well, just like the stars do. But because the sun's above the balloon, I can see the sun, but I can't see the stars because I'm above the stars. That means the stars are at a much lower level than the sun and moon, aren't they? It's really simple. The only thing you see in amateur footage is a moon or a sun. There are no stars in space, ever. Final answer. But this picture is very real. That's 500 miles of flat earth right there, side to side. 500 miles. Flat earth all the way till the bank comes home. I forgot what I was going on. The balloons. Oh yeah, he said this was fake. You see, if I stand on the shore, the seashore, it looks like that. The sea rises up to my eyes and is level. Once I get upwards, this is a couple of miles up, the land rises up to my eye and is level from side to side. And once I get into the closeness of space, there is no space. But once I get close to space, I've got exactly the same thing. Flat land, 500 miles of flatness. They pushed and they pushed lies on us since we got here. I don't accept nothing as truth without evidence. So I don't believe in the trans robots. I don't believe in Bigfoot. I don't believe in UFOs. The man-made. This is a man-made video showing flat Earth that God made. And when I get to space, there is only a moon or a sun. And that's it. There's no stars ever, 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 ever. End of story. It's that simple. It's just tosh. All these people that say astrologers, anything that starts astro is fake. Astro-turf, astronaut, astrology, it's fake because it doesn't exist. It's just the sun and the moon. I don't see stars from Earth, which means it's an optical illusion. And if I get high enough, would the sun and moon disappear? And if it does, then they are also optical illusions to me. But this one spreads light all over the Earth for 6,000 miles, doesn't it? So, obviously it's a source of light. But whatever stars are, they don't exist in space. And I can show you this all day long. Picture after picture, even NASA's pictures. Apart from the ones that have been CGI'd. The sun is local and close because it leaves a hot spot on the floor below it, look. That's how close it is. I love forensics. I love the truth. I love God. May God be real and all men be liars. LBG2. Let God be true and all men be liars, including me. Amen. But there's your answer. That's a beautiful picture. 500 miles of flat Earth, look. But you can't see it till you get to space. This is fucking space. If I can't see it when I get to space, then how come ships go over the horizon? Derpy, 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 derp. But I'm on the land. How are ships going over the horizon if I can't see it from space? That's absolutely the truth, isn't it? Water's level. And you wouldn't get these visual apparitions of boats floating in midair, which you can do. It is just an optical illusion, of course. This is real. That is absolutely real. If you were sat on the beach and a ship come floating past you, you're like that. You'd be like, what the... But it is just a mirroring effect. Exactly what it is, being mirrored by the water and the air, because the air is water. Right, let's get rid of this. How did I go off on flat Earth? Sorry. Clouds behind the sun, I didn't get to it. So clouds behind the sun is an illusion. The most famous picture is this one. Let's get a bigger picture. I use this one in the book. I've got this one in the book. Clouds behind the sun. Right, now I just showed you that the sun is way above the clouds, right? I showed you that the sun and moon is way above the clouds. There is no way that you can get a cloud behind the sun. No way at all. Right? In hindsight. But I did believe that there were clouds behind the sun. I believe it was this picture. No, that's not that one. Where is it? It's this one. Innit? It's this video here. No. Wait for it. I'll find it. I just said it, didn't I? I just seen it. Where is it? I really want that one from the video. There it is. Right, so it's pretty simple. Either the sun's projected into the clouds at range from us, or, as we've just seen with those balloon footages, the sun's above the clouds, so this can't be real. It has to be an optical illusion. And what you're actually seeing is This is dark cloud here, and this is light cloud. You can just see it fading into the sun here. Look. It's not behind the sun. It's in front of the sun, but it's very faint cloud. This is thick cloud, and this is thin cloud. So it gives the illusion of these two lines disappearing are probably just thin clouds again. The sky behind the cloud is what you're seeing. That's what this is for me now. It doesn't look like clouds are in front or behind us like it used to. See, before I literally saw clouds in front of the sun, clouds behind the sun, and now like they're not clouds. That's the sky showing through the clouds behind the sun. The thickness of the cloud, the thinness of this cloud, look, which can't be seen because the sun's so bright. You can only see its edges, so it looks like it's behind it. That's the only explanation I can give to you, because I know that the sun is above the clouds. It's like the ball aphers want you to believe something that's not true and easily provable wrong to them. That's what's going on. Right, let's get rid of that. George Bush is not Charles Manson. It's an absolute joke that these people get away with telling you Morgan Freeman is Jimi Hendrix. We can end that pretty quickly. Morgan Freeman Young. There's Morgan Freeman Young. Oh, that one there. Morgan Freeman Young still looks like Morgan Freeman, right? Jimi Hendrix Young. And this is how you put them to bed instantly. With the truth. Jimi Hendrix looks nothing like. Just open it up. Looks nothing like Morgan Freeman. They're just two young black girls, that's all it is. And you're going on the skull check. So they get away with pulling this nonsense off on people. It's not like it's just that your mind's too open to the truth. Rather than tell you that Jimi Hendrix and Morgan Freeman are both women, they'd sooner have you believe that Morgan Freeman is Jimi Hendrix. Like they had you believe Jimmy Savile's pedophile. I'll put your money on it. He didn't touch anyone. I'll put your money on it. Same as Michael Jackson. Didn't touch a kid. Only their own. They do it to their own children. The mothers change their girls into boys like them. That's what happens. Jimi Hendrix, Morgan Freeman. So when they start talking all this nonsense, and the dual roles, I can't get made into it. I'm sorry. I've looked at the subject. I look at all subjects. Who was it? Where are we? Where were we? Thank you, Kirsten. Yeah. Carol Kane. Who's Carol Kane? Two first names. CK33. The blocks out noises. Running PC. You can't hear me laptop, can you? I've brought my microphone right close to my face now. It's not even near the PC. Where's the bloody comment? Oh, it's not there. Have you removed it? There it is. You deny clones at Pete. Looks like you are the problem we are dealing with. Who the fuck is we? Legion? Are you talking about Legion? We are dealing with. I'm the problem you're dealing with. Shame on you, Pete. You're a huge shame. I'll tell you what, flat smacked. Why don't you prove to me that clones are real? Make your own video. We'll all watch it, and we'll tell you whether your evidence is as strong as my forensics is. My flat earth. Shame on you. No, shame on you for writing this shite. You can't prove cloning. I've already said to you, they take a right. You got me on cloning now, look. We take a pubic hair, and the only reason you believe in cloning is because of Dolly the sheep, right? Dolly. That's the only reason. Another story. Another one straight out of the science books. Science fiction books, that is. You want me to believe that they cloned a sheep, right? I met Jodie. Me and Jodie had a ratio. Me and Jodie cloned ourselves, and Raish is the clone. That's cloning. God created it. It's called having a family. And that's what this sheep did. It had a family. And if it looks like its mum, what they're saying is, that is the exact same sheep as that one. How are you going to prove that? DNA? Don't even get me fucking started on DNA. It's just as bad as atoms, DNA. Where are we? Yeah, I don't want to see any of that. Where's the proper DNA pic? It's all CGI, look. Animations. Where's the fucking proper DNA chart? Don't get me, or you're winding me up. DNA chart. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for, Google. You tossers. DNA result. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Where's the one with all the little graphs, the little bar chart? I can't find it. You're really doing my head in today, Google. There, that's what I'm looking for. So that, again, I've got more CGI. That tells me that you're cloning. That there. I've got to believe that those, it looks like a Japanese city at night. It looks like Tokyo by night. You want me to believe that that's DNA? It's as bad as the atoms and all the rest of it. Whether or not they've mapped the genome, they say they've mapped the genome through this use of this CRISPR technologies. I still don't believe in CRISPR. I don't believe in none of it. But that's the evidence for DNA. Right there, that's it. These Tokyo skylines. There you go. A DNA chart. I've got to believe that. And apparently, in a single strand of DNA, just a single strand on the tip of a needle, a single strand on the tip of a hypodermic needle, a strand of DNA could stretch to the moon and back 3 times. It's got 3 times much as information as the schematics of the space shuttle. God, they make some bullshit up, don't they? So there you go, right? There's DNA. I said don't get me started on DNA. We're doing clones, right? I'm not doing clones. I'm doing bloody Charles Manson. Right, let me go back. Let me finish this up, right? Cloning, right? You want me to believe that that's the same sheep. Bollocks, right? That's just a baby sheep. No matter how much they tell me that that's the same sheep, I don't believe you. It don't even look the same. It's a sheep, full stop. Just like a woman's a woman. So, the theory is, you take a pubic hair, you grow it in a test tube, and you grow a person. A full-grown adult. Not a baby person. You grow a full-grown adult in a test tube or bag, whatever it is that they use. Whatever it is that they use. They use a Tesco shopping bag. They put you in a Tesco shopping bag, a big one. A bag for life. It's a bag for life. It makes life, right? They put you in a bag, a pube. They put a pube in a bag with some liquid, and you grow a clone from a pubic hair. It's DNA. I don't care what it is, mate. But you say you take a bit of skin, a bit of my dandruff, one of my bogies. You take some of my saliva, and you put that in a bag, and you grow a whole me. A whole me. It looks like me. But guess what? You've grown it in a bag. It's got no experience of walking. You're going to have to teach the damn thing to walk. That's going to take 5 years. And it's still not going to have the motor skills that I've got now at 50. Right? You're going to have to teach it to talk. That's going to take you a few years. And to get the full vocabulary and everything else, that's going to take at least 16 to 30 years to get the brain of an adult in there. Then you've got to get my personality in there. You've got to get my laugh, my regional accent. You've got to get my sense of humour in there. All the things that make me me, you've got to get all that in there from a pubic hair or a bit of saliva or some of me dandruff. Whatever it is that you took from me. A piece of poop. You're going to clone a piece of my poop, grow a full-grown human me, and then tell me you're going to make that clone sound, look, and act like me. Tell me, it takes at least 20 years for the human brain to form and become an adult. At least 20 years. We say 18, but I'll give you 20, right, for it all to form. You're telling me all of that learning, that nurturing, that love that you receive, that laughter, the danger you've been in them 20 years, all that can be transferred from a computer into a living brain. Is that what you're telling me? I think I can rest my case right there on clones, right? You now have to make a video that shows me how they're cloning me, what piece, if it's a pubic hair, if it's a bit of dandruff, if it's a scraping off my tooth, whatever it is, and then you've got to show me that thing growing to a full-grown adult in a bag, and then you've got to show me them injecting Eminem's personality into the clone. So what you're saying is, they've got everybody's personality downloaded on a computer somewhere, and they can put any personality in any clone. So basically, I could put Vin Diesel into Megan Fox. So Megan Fox got a real deep voice, speaks like Vin Diesel. Is that what you're telling me? It's nonsense. You got to put the video together now, flat smacked, and show us all. Otherwise, shame on you. I like the truth. I love the truth. I can't stand bullshit and liars. I can't. I've been surrounded for it for years. All I want is the truth to be out and let the whole world know. And if they don't care, they don't care. Fine. God's going to choose, isn't he? He's going to sort the tares from the wheat. Like Sean says, not one of these tares took the death shot. Not one of them. Not the children, none of them. Bill Gates aren't even... Bill Gates' children don't even know what the word vaccination means. Like the English, the Amish. You got to show me the truth now. Because I can show you that George Bush... All I got to do is go, George Bush, young, Charles Manson, young. And this bollocks is over and done with. Just like the cloning, the UFOs, the Bigfoot, the abominable snowman. All these things that people believe in. There are grown-ass men and women that go out on the days off. They work 5-6 days a week, and on the one day off, they spend it in the Rocky Mountains looking for an imaginary monkey. The Bigfoot Foundation that make all this money off these Bigfooters. They must be laughing their heads off. They get one day off a week and they spend it looking for an imaginary monkey that doesn't exist. You're killing me. You really are. Anyway, George Manson. George Bush is not Charles Manson. Right, let me get this investigation over and done with. This should have been relatively quick. Charles Manson. Don't even get me started. I'm not in the mood. Right, Charles Manson. It's a woman, final answer. Close set, deranged eyes. Adam's raisin implant. That always gives them away for me, the Adam's raisin. It doesn't look natural. There she is as an old woman. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman lot. 5 head, high set ears, close set eyes. The small mouth. Manson walking. The whole family are done. You know, the whole Manson family. There he is. There she is. From Broken Leg. Problem with this policewoman. Big hips. Problem with that policewoman who's holding on to him, that's for sure. In fact, I've got problems with all of them. They've all got high-waisted trousers, look. Short bodies and short arms. I'm seeing women all round. And Charles Manson, of course, is a woman. There's a nice full mince somewhere. These are the Manson family. Look at them, 3 dudes. There's a picture of them. Where are they? There. Gillette. The best a man can get. To explain to me, I know women can get hairy legs, but not like that. There's a picture where all 3 of them are like that, not just the one. That right there is the Teen Wolf, right? It is. Look, it's a bloke with big clavicles and a big neck. It's a bloke with big clavicles and a big neck. It's a bloke with big thick clavicles and a big neck. Hairy legs give it away though, right? I don't care if the woman's been in prison. They don't grow hairs on the legs like that. These are all dudes. If you go and watch the video of it, the whole thing's a mockery. Even the women prison guards are men, and the men are women. Look at the egg-headed woman there, and there's a bloke with a big bowling ball skull. And there's your full mince. Charles Manson is a woman. That police person there is a woman. Look how high up these trousers come. Look how short the body is. Same with this one, look. Long leg, short body, close set eyes, 5 head. They're all the same. They're all in on it. And that's the truth, folks. They're all in on it. Charles Manson's a woman. The Manson family are all men, look. They shaved their heads in prison. Look at them. Look at those male skulls. As if I can't get a close up. There you go. Look at the male skulls. Where's your dial M for Mason? Where's my 5 head? Not one of those women have got a 5 head. Look, they've all got male skulls and male foreheads. The whole world's a joke. There are no serial killers. Well, there are. The governments. There's serial killing in loads of people, left, right and centre. Fluoridating the water. First person to use fluoride on people was Hitler. Now, if you want to tell me that Adolf Hitler was a dentist, be my guest, but I'm going to lead you right up the cloning track. And the trans robots. Ram them up your ass. These are free men. I told you, they'd sooner have you think that these were clones or trans robots, other than telling you the truth that they're men. To actually, and once you realise they're men, it's game over, right? The big ears, the big low set ears on all of them, look. Wide ass cheekbones, short sloping foreheads. Charles Manson, son of man code, is a woman. Why the son of man code, you ask? Son of man. I mean, they've got this picture with the apple, but it refers to Jesus. No matter what anyone tells you, it's about Jesus. This is the son of man picture. Why the apple? The son of man is the name that Jesus referred to himself as. He never called himself God. He called himself the son of man. God's spirit inhibiting a human body. Not God himself, the spirit. He's outside of all of this. Inside, through it, above it, beyond it. He created it. The Revelation says, 14:14, that every eye will see him coming on the clouds. Every eye. Did you see that video of Jesus in the clouds the other day? Video. Is that the right one? 28 seconds, it might be. Oh, bollocks. Facebook. Oh, can I still watch it? I didn't know I could still watch it. No, that's not it. That's not it. It's still pretty good though. This thing was massive and it was glowing gold. Hang on, it wasn't on there. It was on Twitter. I saw it. Let's have a look. See if I can find it. Jesus in clouds. No, it's not. It's the same one that's showing that one. Mind you, the one I watched might have been from a different angle, but it's not that one. No, that's the same one. That's over the Philippines. It might have been that, but from a different angle. No, that's not it. This thing was massive. It definitely wasn't that video. Gutted. It's not coming up. The heavens declare the glory of God. Amen. Psalms 19:1, written on Werner von Braun's gravestone. It's the only thing written on there, isn't it? Psalms. Well, anyway, back to the Mansons. Charles Manson from Flamingo. The guards are flipped. Charles Manson's flipped. The girls are boys. It's all made up tosh. Right, there's Charles Manson. That should have only taken 2 minutes. How long did that take? That took a while. Hang on, who's next before I go off there? Where am I? Leonardo DiCaprio, Stevie Nicks, Elizabeth. Where am I? Rock Hudson, Glenn Frey, singer of the Eagles, not famous enough. Doris Day, not famous. Well, she's famous, but I don't want to do them yet. I want to do really famous people. Justin Bieber. Now